The ground the Nats need to cover if they plan to play in October. 29, Denard Span looks to reach another benchmark in his career-long hit streak. 28, Gio moves up one day in the rotation and gets the call on his birthday. 10, a sprint to the finish begins with 4 against the Marlins. Beautiful night at the ballpark, and a Zimmerman fan with his little lady headed right up the escalator to some great seats at Nationals Park. Davey and Randy. Looks like a winner to them, hopefully for the Nats as well. And it's one pitch, one inning, one at bat, one game at a time right now. By the way, for numbers, just the two of us with you tonight. The Nats have dominated this season series, and with what's left, a chance to stay in this thing if they can take care of business against the outmanned Marlins.
Yeah, it all starts tonight with the game against the Marlins. As a team that's going nowhere, you always have a saying, take them home with you. And you look at the Nats record right now, 81-71. Everyone's saying they have to go 9-1 to win 90 games. They have to go 1-0 tonight to go 9-1. So, they're playing a Major League ball club that's going to be up for this game. And when you're having a losing season, you want to be the spoiler, and the Marlins are going to give them their best bolt.
Steven Strasburg unable to make his scheduled start tonight. No structural damage, but he says he does continue to feel irritation in that top of the right forearm. So Gio gets the call, and what a nice birthday present his offense might present to him.
Well, it'll be a nice birthday present if he goes out there and gets the job done. Last time out for Gio Gonzalez, kind of a little bit of a scuffle against the Phillies. That big 3-run double by Carlos Ruiz kind of did him in, gave up 4 runs. So for Gio tonight, he's got to be aggressive in that strike zone early, not be flustered by the situation, be very calm out there, a lot like he was against the New York Mets. He's 3-1 with a 1-2-4 and 4 career home starts against the Marlins.
So hopefully Strasburg back on Saturday, Dan Herron Sunday, and Jordan Zimmerman tomorrow night. For years and years, the Marlins were just a thorn in the side of the Nats. Every year until about last year when things turned around. It's continued this season. 11-4 the season series, Washington. 6-0 at home. A lot of offense, great pitching. You name it, the Nats have done it against the Fish this year. to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. And by Kia. Visit Kia.com to learn why Kia is one of the fastest growing car brands in America. Folks having a good time out in center field, upstairs in right field. The Nats and the Marlins getting ready, first of four. We begin, hard to believe, the final home series of the season. Train celebrating its 100th anniversary by offering irresistible financing. Hard to stop a train, really hard. Humidity comfortable, temperature at 74, very comfortable. And the Nats, who are 44-33 at home, take on the Marlins, who are last in the league in batting average, runs, home runs. They are 7th in steals. And Donovan Solano, Jonathan's brother, leads off. But the big gun whenever you face these guys, Giancarlo Stanton. 316 against the Nats. Look at the home runs, the RBIs. 50 games, 39 batted in. But he is 0 for 8 career against Gio Gonzalez.
A 27th start of the year for Gio Gonzalez. And, folks, it's his birthday, so happy birthday, Gio. He's 3-1 with a 1-2-4 and 4 career home starts against the Marlins. So fastball, curveball change. A changeup lately has been really good for Gonzalez.
Gio career 3-2 with a 154 against the Marlins, making his 4th start career against the Florida, now Miami franchise. Donovan Solano at 249. And against Gio, he's 1 for 10. First pitch, we're underway with a strike at 7:06, as signaled by 14-year veteran Bill Welke. Brian O'Nora, 17 years at first. The crew chief, Field and Culbreth, at second, 17 years. And 6th-year man Adrian Johnson, third base. Solano's going to serve one safely down the right field line. Hits the dirt, skips away from Worth, and a leadoff double for Donovan Solano.
My 8th double of the year for Solano, and that's how this one starts. Nicely placed down the right field line. Good job of going with the Gonzalez two-seam fastball. Worth plays it nicely off the wall to keep Solano at just a double. Tricky little hop down there.
And if you're not aware, there was a clincher a few minutes ago in the National League. The Dodgers have clinched the NL West title. They just beat Arizona on the road. Ed Lucas, the first baseman, hitting .250. Oh for 3 career is Lucas against Gio, who makes his 31st start of the year. And a good rip by Lucas on 92, tailing away. The count 0-2 to the game's number 2 hitter. Marlins, by the way, are 40 games under 500 at 56 and 96. On the road, they're 25 and 52, including 0 for 6 here. Solano, good speed, second base. Gio needs an out without advancing that runner. And he tries to break that curveball in on the hands of Lucas. The 31-year-old infielder has been around for a long time, drafted by Kansas City back in 04. And the 0-2 pitch. Ramos wanted that inside. It was away, and that's where Lucas fouled it. Christian Yelich, been pretty impressed with him. Seeing him for 2 series worth of ball games so far this year. Guy in left field who can run. And then Stanton. Target again inside, and Gio misses with the fastball.
And Gonzalez trying to pound Lucas on the inner half so that he can't move the ball the right side.
Breaking ball hit to the right side of the infield. The Marlins will take the lead. So Gio just not able to get the ball near the inside corner on that at bat against Lucas, who drives in his 26th run.
You know, we talked about it in the open. When you're playing a team that's out of it, the Marlins 30 games under, 56 and 96. What do you have left to play for? Well, if you're playing an opponent that's trying to get into the playoffs, that's your playoffs when you're having that kind of year. So dangerous teams late in the season are teams that are out of it because, hey, they want to take you home with them. They want you watching the playoffs on the couch with them, and the Marlins coming out swinging. A couple of hits to start this game up in an early 1-0 lead.
Christian Yelich goes up hacking. Left-handed batter missing it for a strike. Yelich from Thousand Oaks, California. And a Marlins first rounder 3 years ago. 23rd player taken overall out of Westlake High School. On the appeal, no swing, says Adrian Johnson. Target outer half. Ball 2.
That was a good shot of Yelich from behind home plate. Kind of see his first move right there. He's looking to pull the baseball. Kind of stepping toward the second base area. Looks like he's looking to pull.
And that's the breaking ball that he fouls down around his foot, and then it spins foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gio 10-7 on the year. ERA of 3.40. Still tough to hit. Opponent's batting average of just .228 coming in. That is 8th best in the National League. That's a good looking breaking ball. Hitter frozen, out number 1.
And it's time for your AFCEA intelligence report, in air quotes. AFCEA, the Association for Global Security Professionals. And check out Gio Gonzalez. 31 wins in 62 starts. That's resulting in a 50% winning percentage. That's the most for the Nationals in history. 9-4 record, 2.25 ERA, 19 starts at Nats Park. And look at the last one. He's allowed 2 earned runs or less in 21 of 30 starts. It's impressive.
Well, here's the man their offense is built around. Get Stanton out, keep him from doing big damage. You have a great chance against Miami, and that's a ball and a strike. On a breaking ball that was up, but it got the outside edge. 9th in the league in home runs with 23, same as Jason Worth. And Stanton will get under that one and pop it up into the twilight. And I'm telling you, I'm looking up, and where's the baseball? Zimmerman finds it when it comes back down into the lights. 2 outs.
Set the defense for the Nats behind Gio Gonzalez tonight. Standard. Harper, Span, Worth, Desmond, Zimmerman, Rendon, LaRoche, and Wilson Ramos. For what, the 26th day in a row?
Day, correct. Yeah, got a game off, but not a day off.
Yeah, everyone's
Tuesday.
saying, well, yeah, the streak is broke. He got a day off. No, he got a game off at a doubleheader. He's played 26 days in a row.
Here's Justin Ruggiano hitting .224. But a guy who can do some damage. 17 home runs. He took ball 1. He's 3 for 10 career against Gio. Marlins as a team hitting only .231. And this one popped up to the right side. That'll send Rendon onto the outfield grass. Look at how close he and Desmond is to help him in case the ball disappeared into the twilight. Nationals Park, nightly, daily drama with Denard Span stepping in. Nats are hitting .253, and the lineup brought to you by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. So Span with the hitting streak, and he and Desmond wearing out the Marlins. 15 games, driving in 7, scoring 11. And for Denard Span, the hitting streak's at 29 games. Henderson Alvarez, 23-year-old right-hander in his third big league season, couple of years with Toronto. And now on the heels of all that wheeling and dealing between the Marlins and the Blue Jays, he's in Miami. Nats have faced him before. He's 0-1 with a 4.11 ERA and 3 career starts. .388 for Denard Span during his hitting streak with 46 base hits. And this ball fading toward the left field line. Yelich there to grab the fair ball. 1 out.
Let's set the defense for the Fish tonight behind Alvarez. Yelich, Ruggiano, Stanton your outfield. Echeverria, Polanco left side, Solano, Lucas right side, and Coy Hill behind the plate. Yeah, last time out, Alvarez got his 4th win of the year, 3-0 win over the Mets. That was on the 14th of September. Tossed 7 shutout innings, allowed just 4 hits. Struck out 5, walked nobody, threw 100 pitches, 67 of those for strikes. So, and fastball 2-seam variety, moves all over the place, 93 miles an hour. And he's a guy that has what I call a powered changeup between 88 and 90 with a lot of late sink. Those are probably his 2 best pitches.
Nats faced him in Toronto last year and twice this year. Won a start. Ryan Zimmerman is 0 for 6 against him. He has been driving the baseball. 12 of his last 19 hits for extra bases. Outfield a bit to the right. Zimmerman guides it to right field, and a rare single for the way he's been slugging lately. 1 on, 1 out.
Well, there goes a no-hitter, Ryan Zimmerman style to right field. First knock of the night for the Nats. And get this, on September 1st, Ryan Zimmerman was tied for 38th in the National League with 15 home runs. In the 16 games in 2 weeks since then, 10 home runs later, he is tied for 7th in the National League with 25 home runs. So from 38th to 7th since the 1st of this month. How about that?
Tied with Hunter Pence, and right behind Justin Upton and Carlos Gonzalez, who have 26. Here's Worth. Right now, Jason 8 points behind in the batting race. Hitting at .323, .342 since June 4th. I'm looking at the box score out in Colorado right now. They're in the 12th inning of a ball game. Can't find any indication that Michael Kadire has played in that game today. He leads the league at .331. And Worth will take that one evidently upstairs, 2-0. Jason 1 for 4 career against Alvarez.
Speaking of scores and watching games.
Were you not a very happy man watching the Reds and the Astros last night?
I mean, that was torture. If there's such a thing as watching a game that's pure, unadulterated torture, it was watching the Astros have about 47 chances to win that game last night and not doing it. Including one of my favorite players in the American League, Jose Altuve, for whatever reason, screaming around second base with 1 out in the winning run in front of him that would have walked off the Reds. And I tweeted last night that took Run Till They Tag You to a whole new level, and it did. That was hard to watch.
Yeah, Cincinnati swept that series. Jason Worth will walk, and the Nats have 2 on, 1 out, and a chance to get back even or ahead in a hurry, with Bryce Harper stepping in, who has hit well against Alvarez. Bryce Harper doubled off Alvarez, walked against him. In the last game before the All-Star break Sunday, July 14th, Nats won that game in 10 innings, 5-2. Hit a monster home run off him in Toronto last year. So he's 3 for 7 with that long ball. And that's inside. Bryce, despite dealing with a number of ailments and not driving the ball like we know he can, still hitting .340 over his last 25 games. Target outside edge. And one thing maybe we don't talk about enough is Bryce's knowledge of the strike zone, his selectivity at the plate. Here's a guy in his first full big league season. He got 5 months in last year. Hitting .280, and his on-base percentage is .380.
A very selective hitter, has a good eye.
And they've been feeding him a lot of off speed. Everybody the Nats face reluctant to throw Harper fastballs anywhere near the strike zone.
And it's usually the good eye manifests itself when Bryce has 2 strikes. You know, right here he thinks that curveball, the straight downer that Alvarez will throw 26% of the time, swings over the top. But when he gets to 2 strikes, usually that's when he really locks in on the strike zone. Is good at taking borderline pitches.
And a 1-2 coming.
Like that.
Yeah, they'll try to get an edge ahead in the count with a fastball, but nothing over the heart of the plate. And the count's 2-2.
As a former hitter, you sit up here and watch the center field shot, and in your mind you're either swinging or you're taking. And that's what I do up here. I can't tell you how many times I would have swung at pitches that Bryce takes. That's probably why he's good and I wasn't.
2-2 pitch. He gets a hold of that one. Right center. It is gone. 3-0, or rather 3-1. Nationals on Harper's 20th of the year. Yeah, by inches over the scoreboard. And Bryce finally gets to that 20 home run mark.
So he joins Ryan Zimmerman, Jason Worth, Ian Desmond, Adam LaRoche in the 20 home run club for the Washington Nationals. Smiles everywhere in the dugout. And that's good to see. Say what was that 2-2 pitch, or the pitch before he took the borderline pitch to get to that pitch to hit the home run. A lot of guys swing at the pitch before that. And the at-bat is over. Bryce Harper takes a borderline pitch, gets to this one, and knows exactly what to do with it.
Off speed up and into Ian Desmond, 2-0. Nationals with their 156th homer of the year. So that's 56 since the 1st of August. Well, maybe because of that pitch, you'll see a fastball next time.
Now, it looked like the curveball, the one that he got Bryce Harper to swing over the top of early in the sequence. We always talk about how Harper's great at making adjustments within the at-bat. Did right there.
Oh, on a 3-0 pitch. It's right off the shoulder of Ian Desmond. And pointing at the pitcher, and there are warnings. Bill Welke pointed right at Henderson Alvarez and warned him. And now he's letting both dugouts know. Warnings are in effect.
Bryce Harper, Jason Worth on the top step of the Nats dugout, and they are letting Alvarez have it. Jason Worth just actually had to push Bryce Harper back into the dugout.
Well, that's a big-time miss on 3-0 after a home run.
Yeah, and up. Yeah, that's up around the head, and look at Ian Desmond. He's having trouble getting out of the way of that 2-seam fastball that just chases him. And there's still some jawing going on. Alvarez looking in the Nats dugout. And you see the warnings issued by Bill Welke. And it's for the players to decide whether that was intentional or not.
And Davy Johnson's upset because now, and he's been tossed. Davy's upset because, or is it Randy Knorr? Because his guys can't pitch inside now. And Randy Knorr has been ejected. Nationals bench coach.
Well, you like to see the fire and you like to see the passion, and especially from Randy Knorr right there, Davy Johnson, everybody in the Nats dugout barking at Welke, barking at Alvarez.
Henderson Alvarez, 6th hit batter this year.
Serious action here in the first inning.
Still only one out. Here's Adam LaRoche. Outside. That ball that Bryce Harper didn't get out by much, and I didn't see him standing at home plate admiring it. He wasn't sure it was leaving the yard.
Well, the Marlins are very familiar with melees lately. If you remember the Jose Fernandez incident against the Atlanta Braves, Evan Gattis hit a home run off Fernandez, kind of stood at home plate, watched it for a minute. Fernandez watched Gattis run around the bases.
And then later, when Fernandez hit a home run, things really got interesting.
Well, here's the pitch to Harper, and here's the home run, and it's all he did was run to first.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that he did to show anybody up. He did what he was supposed to do with that pitch.
Yeah, Bryce ran to first, no fist pumps, anything like that. And now Adam LaRoche goes right center, and that ball's on the ground. Knocked down by Stanton, scampering to third, Ian Desmond on a good read, and then a good reaction after Stanton got to it. First and third, one out.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ian Desmond was thinking about stolen base number 20 right there. He started to break. You see him right there, and then he stops. LaRoche with the base hit, falling in front of Stanton. Good read by Desmond, advancing that far and that close to second base. So when it dropped and trickled away from Stanton, he could advance all the way to third. If he had froze halfway between first and second, there's no way he could have got to third on the carom. That's good base running.
Here's Wilson Ramos.
And FYI, the line is moving.
Another runner on the verge of scoring here. Nats lead 3-1. Immediate answer to the Marlins run in the top of the first, and Ramos takes a strike. It catches the corner on its way away. 55 RBIs for Ramos in 70 games. Good looking fastball right to the outside edge. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 breaking ball outside. Ramos, 23 RBIs in his last 18 games. And a bullet. And that's a double play. Ed Lucas could have stepped on the bag. He turned and tagged Adam LaRoche. So the Nats do some damage in the bottom of the first. Harper a home run after a Zimmerman single, a Worth walk, and the Nats blasting their way to 3 in the first.
very, I would say, intense conversation. It starts out very calm, and then when Davey gets to share his thoughts, and it might have to do with Randy Knorr getting ejected. It might have to do with the warnings issued and Johnson not agreeing with his team getting the warnings. But it was a very animated conversation between innings, and it all had to do with this. Alvarez hits Desmond on a 3-0 pitch up and in on his shoulder. And you see Coy Hill thinking that Desmond was going to the mound. He tried to get out there. Look at this shot. That's kind of what happened from the Nats dugout. And I think Randy Knorr wanted Bill Welke to throw him out. If there's intent there and the umpire decides there's intent, he can eject a pitcher based on what just happened. And I think that's what Randy Knorr was arguing about, getting that last shot right there, that he wanted Bill Welke to throw out Alvarez based on the fact that the whole first base dugout appeared to think that was an intentional hit by pitch.
Yeah, warnings don't have to be given prior to somebody getting tossed, and I think you nailed it. I'll tell you, this division sure gets sensitive when Bryce Harper hits home runs. It's a fastball up and away, 1-1 strike to Placido Polanco, top of the second. Maybe when Bryce turns 21, they won't take it so personally.
Well, he did nothing wrong. He just put his head down and ran. And to me, that's just a season worth of frustration from a ball club that feels like they've been hit by too many pitches. And it probably all came to a head right there.
2-1 to Polanco. And that'll be out of play to the right side. Placido Polanco, 90 hits this year. Batting .251 and 2,134 in his career. Gio has retired him 14 of 18 times with a home run and 2 RBIs. Placido, 37 years of age now. Adeiny Echeverria, the shortstop. And then the catcher, Coy Hill. Gio, first inning, 18 pitches, 13 strikes. Had to sit a while his guys rallied. And 3-2 to the first batter, top of the second. He'll get a fly ball to Jason Worth. And I'm sure Jason had to go further for that ball than he initially expected. Polanco got a good piece of it the other way. Second inning presented by Luna. Call for the Luna double tonight. Get your second room of flooring free at 877-241-LUNA.
Carp, I think he nailed it. Jason Worth turned to the Nats bullpen after he caught that. He threw it in, said, looked like something to the effect that I can't believe that ball carried that much.
Echeverria in the top 5 in hits among rookies in the league this year. Playing every day, but hitting just .226.
And kind of, tying a bow on the whole Randy Knorr ejection thing. Pure speculation. But in my opinion, if an umpire warns both teams, he thought there was intent.
Right.
And if there's intent, and he thought there was, maybe Randy Knorr's beef was that, well, if you're going to issue a warning, you thought he did it on purpose, you should throw him out of the game.
Well, and as I said at the time, too, FP, on top of that, now the team that got hit by the pitch may be more penalized than the team that threw it. Nats have the lead, and if Gio lets one get away, who knows what might happen. There's a fastball up and away, 1-2 strikes, and we talked about this the other day with Atlanta. Umpires suddenly have to become mind readers as far as intent. Tried to throw the backdoor breaking ball, and the count's even, 2-2. There's Coy Hill, who doesn't play a whole lot, just 42 at-bats this year. And a breaking ball just a little bit low. And once again, we find out it takes 4 balls to go to first, not 3.
Well, he needs to consult with his reliever, Archimedes Caminero, the guy that was named after his father, picked the name out of an algebra book.
3-2 pitch. That ball gashed to the right side. It'll get into the gap. Span cuts it off, and Echeverria will have a double on a ground ball that was hit so hard it got through Rendon and right out to the gap. Second extra base hit for the Marlins.
So he thought he had to walk out the bonus plan, got back in the box. His 13th double of the season. Ball well hit to right center field. Kind of skipped on Rendon. Just a one-hop shot right here. It looks like Rendon has a chance, but the ball looked like it picked up a little speed on that first hop, and you can tell how hard it was hit and how far it got in the gap. Span, realizing he didn't have a play on the speedy Echeverria, just tossed it in lightly. Nice swing.
That looks like one of those shots you used to see up in Montreal off the turf.
Yeah.
Ground balls that make it to a gap.
It's a great call.
Up and away to the number 8 hitter. This is 30-year-old Coy Hill. A native of Oklahoma who played at Wichita State, a baseball factory. And the count's 1-1 on that off-speed pitch, a beauty by Gio Gonzalez. Some high heat, 93, strike 2. Nissan will track it.
Yeah, elevated, 93 miles an hour, some jump to it late. Hill with a big swing, kind of pulled off it, nice pitch.
And a ball hit behind the runner. Desmond to it. Catcher out, 2 down. And Echeverria over to third with the pitcher coming up. When the Nats win and win big, and that's 7 runs or more, everybody wins, 50% off. Regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com with promo code NATS50. Valid at participating D.C., Maryland, and Northern Virginia Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. The official pizza of your Washington Nationals, Papa John's. Low and inside to Henderson Alvarez, who can swing the bat. 8 for 23 with a home run this year.
At 348.
Well, he swings like a regulation hitter. A little late for that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. No swing, says Brian O'Nora.
Wow. That almost looked like a full swing live. Let's check it out again. I mean, watch the late commitment right here from Alvarez. Looked like the bat went pretty far. And Gio Gonzalez in disbelief.
Yeah, his bat went pretty far, and so did his body. He kept the bat behind his body. Maybe that's why he got that call, but if Desmond takes care of business, no problem. So Gio puts a 0 on the board right after, on his birthday, he got 3 runs. Zcash multi-year price locks. September 30th is when these special offers expire. Visit nationals.com/2014. Some restrictions apply. Nats on top 3-1. Rendon, Gio, and Span. A couple of guys producing on-base appearances in that first inning.
Yeah. Some baseball buddies right there in the Nats dugout. Let's take you through the Bryce Harper at bat, pitch by pitch on the Nissan pitch track. So first pitch, cut fastball, 89 right there. Then he goes with another fastball at 94. And here's the first slider. Harper over the top of that 83 miles an hour. And there's the borderline pitch that he takes. So we talked about his eye with 2 strikes to get to that slider. The second one made the adjustment on, let it get deep, rode it out to right field. So a couple of things in that at-bat. Number 1, ID'd the slider that he swung over the top of early in the count. Number 2, took a borderline 2-strike pitch to get to the slider again, made the adjustment on the slider, and made Alvarez pay the price. A lot of stuff going on in that one at-bat.
I tell you, Worth looked overjoyed to have Bryce join the 20-home-run club. 3 teams have 5 20-homer guys, Braves and Blue Jays, the others. So a thoughtful Bryce Harper. 20 home runs, 55 RBIs now. 26 pitches in that first inning for Henderson Alvarez and only 11 strikes. Rendon 2 for 4 against him with an RBI. Good fastball to the outside corner. On a pitch up, Rendon hits that ball hard to right field. And Giancarlo Stanton needed all of 6'5" or so to reach that.
Rendon's been swinging, had a nice night last night, good at-bats, and starts this one off with a bullet to Stanton. And to reach up at the last second, that ball carried on him. So early returns between the Bryce Harper home run, the Placido Polanco fly out to Jason Worth, and that line drive ball carrying in right field tonight.
Here's Gio, 5 hits this year with a home run. Then he takes a rip at 95 upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. On a breaking ball up, Gio hits it well to center. Right there, Justin Ruggiano, 2 outs. Top of the order, here's another chance for Denard Span. And a moment in history brought to you by Volkswagen's Best Thing Ever event. Visit VWDealer.com. So on this day in 1973, Davey Johnson tied the great Hornsby's record for most home runs by a second baseman, 42. Davey a Brave at that time. Where has the time gone? Wow. Span, ball 1.
I think if I'm not mistaken, he out-homered his teammate Hank Aaron that year by a couple. I think Aaron either had 40 or 41, and Davey Johnson had 42.
On a play to the left side, Hank Aaron never hit 50 in a season, making his 755 even more remarkable. One to Span, who flied to left first time. Pulls it. Right side backhand, Ed Lucas. Nationals go quickly in the bottom of the second on the fuel of a Harper 3-run shot in the first. 3-1. this year. One of those was, well, second game of the season. Next one wasn't until the end of August, and that was a 2-hitter, at least for his 6 innings way back on April 3rd.
Yeah, the one on April 3rd went 6 innings, gave up 2 hits, struck out 5, walked 2, hit a tater, got a curtain call. And then on August 29th, he went 7 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs, struck out 8 in a 108-pitch gem. And like we said earlier, he's 3-1 with a 1.24 ERA and 4 home starts against the Marlins.
And Donovan Solano gets him twice early in the game. Double down the right field line, base hit right there, top of the 3rd underway. They have Solano leading off because he can get hits, not because he can steal bases. Small sample size. Donovan 3 for 4 this year. Jonathan's kid brother. And Ed Lucas, who had the RBI single in the first, will step in now. And Gio ahead of the rookie who was born in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Played high school ball in Florida. Went to Dartmouth. But not facing Ross Ohlendorf tonight. Smartest matchup we had all year.
Yeah, that was just a Mensa at-bat right there. A lot of thinking going on. A lot of equations over their heads.
Ohlendorf, the Princeton product. And the 0-2. Fastball. Well outside by Gio at 93. And that's through the left side. So the Marlins' first 2 batters, 4 for 4. Solano and Lucas.
I'll tell you what, Lucas's first at-bat was nice. After the leadoff double by Solano, he did a nice job of taking a curveball in the inner half and moving it the other way. Playing the game the right way, just trying to advance Solano. Got the bonus with the base hit and an RBI. 2 good swings by the Marlins' first baseman tonight, Ed Lucas.
That'll bring in Christian Yelich, who was called out on strikes first time with Lucas on first base. Bunt here. You take the bat out of Giancarlo Stanton's hands.
Not too many ball clubs bunt their number 3 hitter.
And that one sliced straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. "54 games into his career, 211 at bats. And the Nats can be in a hurry and change turn 2. Desmond does. Little nifty bare hand play with Rendon on the 4-6-3.
Well, Ian Desmond very aware of the speed of Yelich, and that's why he barehanded that ball. Hit softly. Rendon did a nice job of charging this ball. You got to come get that if you're going to turn 2 based on the speed, and maybe the flip that came toward the inside fooled Desmond, and he started to reach with his glove, then went bare hand, turned it nicely.
Runner at third, 2 outs, and Stanton.
I think the reason Ed Lucas didn't slide right there is he was putting on the brakes. He didn't want Anthony Rendon to be able to tag him and then turn it himself, so he put on the brakes, was not in the pitcher, and it kind of gave Ian Desmond a clear throwing lane to finish the double play.
And Gio with a couple of hooks behind 2-0 here. Target in, get it way in there. Instead, it's way high. Ball 3. And if you walk Stanton, then you take your chances with Justin Ruggiano.
Well, he'll be swinging right here if it's a strike.
Nowhere near pitching to him. First and third, 2 outs.
Well, maybe Gio Gonzalez saw the home run that Giancarlo Stanton hit last night against the Phillies. 463 feet. It hit Planet Hoagie in left center field at Citizens Bank. And it looked every bit of 463.
First pitch changeup. And we have it for you.
Yeah, last night against the Phils. Watch this one go, folks. Left center field. And if you were getting a hoagie, you took one off your coconut.
That's high in the zone. And the count's even 1-1.
And that's your fault. If you have your back to home plate anywhere in a ballpark when Giancarlo Stanton's hitting, that's your fault. Because A, you should be watching him hit, and B, if you're not, you could be hitting the back of the neck. I'm talking if you're 800 feet away. If you're a block away from the park, you should turn around when he's hitting. 2 blocks even.
2 balls, 1 strike. And Gio now having a hard time locating. Tough out on deck in the contact man, Polanco. That's right in there. Inner half, good fastball. Mercedes-Benz will check it.
You fall behind, you got to locate. It's exactly what Gonzalez did right here. Good pitch, inner half, 92. See if he repeats or decides to go 3-2 hook.
Right-handed hitter with power. And that is close. Just missed at the knees. Near the inside corner, bases loaded.
Well, Pitch Track likes the low pitch. And it looks like it just missed low. I bet you Pitch Track has it as a strike. Just missed. You see the reaction from Gonzalez. He wanted the call, and Steve McCatty, knowing his left-hander's body language, more than anything, going to go out and try to tighten him up.
Ball is liable to be put in play somewhere, with Gio facing Polanco, who flied to right first time. Polanco 359 at bats, and there's LaRoche hanging around a little late like he often does. And Polanco's only struck out 31 times, so he makes contact this year more than 90% of the time. Throughout his career, it's been in the high 80 percentile. Gio's going to go to the windup here. And he misses with a fastball. After the double play, a pair of walks, Stanton and Ruggiano. That one right off the end of the bat hit the netting in front of the Nats dugout.
Yeah, Worth still cheating in right field to take the base hit away from Polanco, even though he sent him back to the track first time up. That's where you have to play Polanco. Outfield shallow all the way around.
And a swing and a foul tip on 93.
And Polanco turned into Bill Welke and asked him if it was a strike, and Welke shook his head yes, and was a little bit late on the 93-mile-an-hour offering.
Out to center field. Denard Span to his right. And Gio gives up 2 hits, 2 walks, but no runs. Zimmerman, Worth, and the home run hitter, Bryce Harper, on the way, bottom of the 3rd. gamer back in 09, swinging the bat beautifully during the streak. And by the way, when his hitting streak ended, he was number 3 in the National League in hitting at 364. It ended May 13th of 09 at San Francisco, even though Ryan walked a couple of times. I mean, line drives everywhere, up the middle, right center, pulling the ball out of the park, you name it. Zimmerman was amazing back in 09. So even the day his hitting streak ended, he walked twice and scored a run against Barry Zito. Merkin Valdez, Justin Miller, and Pat Mish out in San Francisco. That ball is backhanded by the shortstop. Echeverria throws him out.
Your memory is amazing.
Thank you. And now I'm putting it right back into the book rack.
That's nice. You always pull out the National Archives, the Bob Carpenter scorebook, and you can look back at any game, anytime.
Except for 05, wasn't here then, but here with you now in 2013. Sometimes I'm amazed this is the 9th year of this Washington Nationals ball club.
And I think it is so cool of you to give those scorebooks away next year all season long for free. I guess give them away for free is
I thought you had given up on that.
pretty redundant, but you know what I mean.
Worth walked and scored first time ahead of the Harper home run. Fastball away, 2-0.
I think it'd be a good promotion next year, personally. First 20,000, get a Bob Carpenter scorebook. I know I'd come.
And we do have the right of refusal to certain customers. We reserve that right.
Hey, I used your scorebook the whole last road trip, and it was fantastic.
I know you did. Worth will hit this one. Got jammed a bit on a bouncer to Polanco, and 2 outs, and Bryce Harper coming on. Your mission, our commitment. Visit agilitycorp.com. With Bryce Harper now hitting his 20th. And before turning 21, we update the home run numbers. And he'll end up 3rd all time unless he goes on an unbelievable tear here.
Well, I think the big note's on the bottom, and Graham will circle it, guys. Hold on right there. Look at that.
Yeah, 2 in a row to start, huh?
Well, 2 seasons with 20 home runs. Those 2 guys in the history of Major League Baseball. Under the age of 21.
Bryce hit 22 last year and drove in 59 runs in 139 games. I mean, he only played 5 months, called up at the end of April.
42 home runs before he can drink a beer. That's pretty good.
Left side, diving stop Polanco, and Harper will beat it out, and Bryce is 2 for 2.
Well, you knew right as soon as Polanco left his feet, Bryce Harper smelled a hit all the way. The ball kind of trickles down below him, and that allowed Harper to beat it easily.
Bryce now hitting around 350 over his last 26 games.
And you might be sitting at home right now thinking, well, what's the importance of Bryce Harper running hard to first base every time? Why is it such a big deal? Why has everybody made that such a topic of conversation when he doesn't? It's because of plays like that, to where you're putting pressure on the defense constantly. If I'm playing infield and I know I have a guy with plus speed that runs hard every single time, if there's a little miscue, I panic. And then I have to reach for the ball, throw it, and it's too late. So if you're constantly putting that pressure on the defense by running a hard 90 feet out of the box every single time, it makes me get a little tight on defense, knowing that that's going to be your approach every single time. You know, playing against Ichiro when he was a rookie playing second base, if he hit me the baseball, even at second base, I knew I had to get rid of it quick.
Ian Desmond's on for the second time. After taking that 3-0 pitch off of his shoulder blade, his upper arm, Desmond checks in. Now the Nats trying to make something happen with 2 outs with Adam LaRoche next.
A good swing right here by Desmond. Got the hanging slider from Alvarez. And Ian Desmond's the kind of player that if you wake him up, whether it's a hit by pitch, whether you walk somebody to get to him, he takes his game to another level. I mean, he's one guy that not that you need to wake Ian Desmond up, but when you take him to that next level by walking the guy in front of him or drilling him, he usually has an answer, and it's not with his mouth.
Here's LaRoche, who dropped a single to right center first time. Thinking about a long ball on that high fastball. Adam now on base. 15 of his last 16 games with 15 hits and 12 walks. Great speed out there. Harper, Desmond behind him. And Alvarez trying to get together with Coy Hill stepping off. That'll be strike two.
Did you see where the Dodgers decided to jump in the Diamondbacks pool in right center field to celebrate clinching the NOS?
Oh boy, that's kind of like stomping on the logo, right?
No.
Okay.
The pool's there.
But their clubhouse is on the third. Let's see. Yeah, first base side. Visitors first base side. Not that far, I guess.
Yeah, if the pool's there and it's not caddy day, jump in it. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, what ball club has ever had to deal with that? A team clinching and jumping in their pool. And LaRoche hits this one a long way out to center field. Ruggiano is after it, and he will gather it in on the track. About 390 feet away. LaRoche making a bid for number 21. Nats lead by 2. We salute them and applaud for them while they wave their ball caps. And it's brought to you by 3-Wire Systems. This salute to the U.S. military. 3-Wire Systems, the leader in reducing wasteful spending through disruptive technology. Big group, great group tonight. And on his 28th birthday, Gio Gonzalez leading after 3 innings.
I thought it was his 47th, according to that sign. Happy birthday, Gio, number 47. So Gio Gonzalez.
Well, we'd have to call him Warren Spahn if that was the case. Top of the 4th inning. And tomorrow night, Jordan Zimmermann will handle Game 2 of this series against Jacob Turner. Steven Strasburg goes for the Nats on Saturday, and then Dan Herron on Sunday. 4-game set as the Nats, with a lot of fan appreciation things taking place at the ballpark this weekend. Come and join us, wrapping things up against the Marlins. Echeverria, Hill, and Alvarez, top of the fourth. Took Gio 62 pitches to get through the 3 innings. Long inning with those 2 walks in the third. That's a good breaking ball to Adeiny Echeverria, who hit that hot shot that got through Rendon and to the gap in right center for a double. First time. It was with 1 out in the second. Oh, the pitch up. 3 pitches, 1 out. And Gio's second strikeout tonight on the Kinetic North America pitch track.
Yeah, 3-pitch see ya. After the curveball, climbs the ladder with 92. Kind of grabs his side and stretches after that pitch. Keep an eye on that, but elevated fastball and Echeverria late.
Coy Hill bounced out to Desmond first time. Flies to Worth this time. 4 pitches, 2 outs. Pitcher coming up. Tomorrow night, Marlins are here. First 15,000 fans receive a carry-on travel kit presented by United Airlines. You must enter through the center field gate to receive it while supplies last. Some restrictions apply, and go to nationals.com/tickets to check it out. Ball 1 to Alvarez, who also bounced out to Desmond first time.
And 3 home games left after tonight.
Nats could finish with 48 wins at home if they take care of business.
I know one thing, I am rooting for the Pirates this weekend. Meaning whoever wins game 1. Is that how you're supposed to do it? This whole thing is confusing to me.
Well, the Pirates won their game today. As long as they're ahead of Cincinnati, we root for Pittsburgh to beat the Reds. 8-pitch inning for Gio in the top of the 4th inning, working 2 runs ahead. To see Bryce with such a wide, bright smile. So our Cox game summary brought to you by Contour from Cox. Reshaping TV completely around you, recommending more of what you like to watch. So Donovan Solano, double, single, a run scored. Ryan Zimmerman setting the stage for Harper's homer with a Worth walk to follow. And then Bryce goes deep. His 20th RBI total shoots up to 53, and then he added a base hit in the 3rd. So here come the Nats in the bottom of the 4th with Ramos, Rendon, and Gio Gonzalez.
That's how big the baseball's been looking to the Nats hitters for about a month now. Maybe 2.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of moon shots, haven't we? 56 home runs since the beginning of August. Ramos, 7 in his last 19 games. Alvarez, since hitting Desmond in the first, giving up 3 singles that haven't hurt him. And Ramos will bounce one by his bare hand up the middle. Echeverria got rid of that in a hurry.
I think that guy's going to win a Gold Glove. And I don't know when. It might be 2-3 years away. I mean, he still makes some young, aggressive mistakes as a shortstop. Right there with Ramos running, he probably could have planted instead of throwing on the run and been more accurate. But when you hit a guy in the face with a throw on the run, I mean, that's a play usually designed for a fast runner. But look at the grace. And every time you see, you know, a highlight reel play for the Marlins, it's usually either Stanton in right field or Echeverria at shortstop making an amazing play. Usually Stanton's arm and Echeverria's glove.
Well,
I think as soon as he matures, Carp, just to finish my point, and slows the game down a little bit, he definitely has a Gold Glove in his future.
Agreed. Just 24 years of age, from Cuba, 5'11", 180, graceful. And here's Anthony Rendon, who shares some of those same traits. Drove one to right field first time, pops this one up over by the tarp, and no chance for Ed Lucas. PNC Bank for the Achiever and you with our minor league report. Nats picked up Matthew Spann today, 22 years of age, from Bowling Green. That's Tampa Bay's A affiliate. So they had David DeJesus for what, 4 days? And the Nats pick up a left-handed pitcher for him.
Yeah, they moved him to a reliever this year, had some success, and now you have his 2 Zimmermans, one with 2 ends, and 2 Spanns, one with 2 ends.
Amazing.
All in the same organization.
That's what baseball is all about.
It is.
1-2 to Rendon. Gio hit the ball hard first time, lined out. Rendon hits the ball hard, flies it out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now
bottom of the 4th.
It's up to Mike Rizzo to go out and find a Rendon with 2 ends.
Or a Brown with 2 ends.
I don't even care if he can play. Just find a Rendon with 2 ends.
That is a Miami Marlins orange glove that Henderson Alvarez is wearing.
Sorry, I'm picking myself up off the floor, cracking myself up right now. Yeah, that's bright.
You'll be here all week. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
2-2. Slider. Good eye. Just a little bit low.
You go deer hunting with that glove. You'd be okay.
Yeah. Oh, with that one kind of busting in on his hands, Rendon really turned on it. So here comes pitch number 10. And it'll take at least 11.
This play right there. Yeah, 80% fastball. Locking horns with Anthony Rendon.
3-2 with 1 out, and pitch number 11. Fastball gets it high in the zone. First strikeout tonight by Henderson Alvarez.
Yeah, went with a 94 two-seamer. Pitch number 11 of the at-bat. Watch him kind of get inside of this, get that late sink back over the plate. think Rendon might have thought it was high, but it looked like a good pitch.
Well, you know what Gio's thinking with 2 outs and the bases empty.
Tater?
Get a couple of good swings here.
I always think of Tater.
That's too high, Gio, even on your birthday. By the way, a 15-inning game just ended with Colorado beating St. Louis 7-6. Tightens up the Central. And Gio unable to get to that. And then he drops that low curveball on him. No balls and 2 strikes.
You see the reaction. Look at Alvarez like, you're not supposed to throw me that. Smile on his face, looked out at him. .96. I was like, all right, if you want the fastball, you're going to get my hardest one of the night at 96.
And a 1-2 busting Gio on his hands. Over to cover Alvarez. He gets the ball from Ed Lucas. Nats go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 4th inning. But a well-pitched game by Gio so far, leading 3-1. Turner for the Marlins. He's 3-7. And in 3 career starts against the Nats, he hasn't beaten them yet. 18-8. He still has a shot at 20. It'll be Miami tomorrow night. And now that Strasburg didn't pitch tonight, possibly St. Louis next Wednesday. He's won 3 in a row. We'll get you going at 6:30 with Nats Extra. FP and I join you from the booth at 7. First pitch, 7:05 tomorrow night. Top of the 5th inning. Top of the order for the Marlins. Gio and the Nats leading 3-1. Geico President's Race and a relay earlier.
And it gets violent at the end. And just for the record, I'm not for this.
They were passing the baton one to the other.
Yeah.
And then evidently Abe mistakes George for John Wilkes Booth and takes him out.
That is just wrong. And now George has to get a concussion test. And hopefully he had a baseline test so we know where he's at. But that's too violent.
That is father abuse. The father of our country that's taken out by a baton.
By chicken leg, I think. A red chicken leg.
Wow.
A big red chicken leg hit George in the head, and I do not condone that violence.
That's brutal. We'll see if Gio can get Donovan Solano out, who's 2 for 2 tonight. Right in there.
Yeah, first pitch base hit last time up on a fastball. Drops the changeup in there to steal strike one.
In the air to left. Pretty well hit, but Bryce Harper now is under it. And finally, Solano retired. So no leadoff man aboard in this inning. Marlins had done that 2 of the first 4.
Yeah, just seeing that promo last Friday night game at Nats Park tomorrow night. Usually the one night a week where there's tons of energy in this place, almost like a playoff type atmosphere. So party at Nats Park tomorrow night. Everybody's invited.
Yeah, do that whole scoreboard walk thing. Jason Worth trying to get there, but that hits right at the base of the wall. And a party Saturday with Montgomery Gentry right after the game. Nats Marlins 7:05. Final concert of our Nats Live free post-game concert series. You can get in as cheaply as $10 if tickets are available at that price. Nationals.com/Nats Live. You must have a valid Saturday ticket that says September 21. Fan Appreciation Day. Jerseys off their backs on Sundays. Then it's on to St. Louis and Arizona. So the Rockies just walked off St. Louis a moment ago in 15 innings. Pirates won in the Central. They're 1 game back. And the idle Reds are now only 2 games out of first place. That whole thing in the Central is crazy.
Yeah, I'm very confused.
But the Nats still have to catch the Reds. The Pirates are a full game ahead of Cincinnati. And this ball in the air to the right side from Ed Lucas. Rendon says, I have it. And now Gio retires. The 2 guys that were 4 for 4 against him combined in the first 3 innings. Christian Yelich coming in. AT&T fact of the game. Both Gio and Strasburg over 180 strikeouts for the 2nd straight year. And in the franchise, only Pedro and Javier Vazquez had done that. So 180 plus by a tandem back-to-back years. There's Yelich. That's a good curveball. One of Gio's best of the night. Two good hooks to the lefty, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And that very important double play ball back in the 3rd. And they had 2 on, nobody out. And he triples up on the breaking ball to the rookie left-handed batter. Gio 185 strikeouts with 2 tonight. And 4 hooks in a row for the strikeout. 7 straight for Gio. And Denard Span still looking for 30 games. 3rd at bat straight ahead. to have some mid-game offense here. Get this thing out to 4 or 5 runs or more. And you can visit Kia.com to learn why Kia is one of the fastest growing car brands in America. And right now, against the Marlins this year, Denard Span hitting over 325. Zimmerman over 300, Worth over 315, and all the production numbers that go with it. Denard 0 for 2 tonight. He had come into this game 4 for 6 career against Alvarez. Saw him last year in the American League and had seen him some with the Nats this year. Real slow Livan Hernandez type curveball there. Span didn't get a hit last night till the 7th inning. And that's out to the shortstop, who is playing him up the middle. Denard Span 0 for 3 and a ground ball to Echeverria. Ryan Zimmerman really caught fire in the Miami series almost 2 weeks ago when the Nats were there. High slider.
Well, he tried to destroy the stadium. First he started with the Pinocchio Dolphin display. Tried to take that thing out. Then just a seat. Didn't like that seat. And I think he goes in the Clevelander right here. Didn't like what they were serving out there. So just on a mission to destroy the whole park in Miami.
They brought in some architects to check the structural damage after that series.
And we're okay with him hitting that deal in left center field.
Yeah, Wilson Ramos put a dent in that big lime green wall out there.
Yeah, they tried to wreck the park.
Zimmerman rams that ball to left. And over to cut it off, Christian Yelich. I mean, really hit hard. And Ryan goes singular tonight to go 2 for 3.
And if that ball had any elevation whatsoever, it would have just kind of morphed into that highlight package we just showed you. But the slider right there, right on the barrel of the bat of Ryan Zimmerman, just pulling those hands in tight. And that was a loud noise on a 1-out single here in the 5th.
Worth a walk, a run, and a bouncer to third. Good take on a fastball inside. Counts even 1-1. So the Nats, the Braves, the Blue Jays, Orioles and Rockies may be about to join that list. Upton, Uggla, Freeman, Gaddis, McCann for Atlanta. Encarnacion, Bautista, no surprise there. Rasmus, Arencibia, and Lean, the 5 home run guys for the Blue Jays with 20 or more.
That place is a launching pad. Not taking anything away. 20 taters is 20 taters. But when you talk about the Nationals hitters, maybe of anybody on that list, they play in a fair ballpark for 81 games.
Worth hits it well to left. Right at Christian Yelich, 2 outs. That'll bring in Bryce, who's 2 for 2. Now you can bid on game-used autographed jerseys worn by the Nats on September 17th in honor of the victims of the Navy Yard tragedy the day before. The auction proceeds will benefit the Tragedy Assistance Program for survivors, which has committed to provide support and care for the families of the victims who died in that tragedy. The auction ends next Thursday, September 26th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Some restrictions apply. Go to nationals.com/auction. You might remember the Nats wore the navy blue jerseys, and that's for an amazing cause, trying to help out those families, and we hope you do. Bryce Harper gone. Nats are gone. Bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 3-1 Washington lead. Six for the 21st time this year. Tomorrow, tune in to the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report, 5 to 6:30. Tom Davis, Dave Johnson, Phil Wood, Mel Antonin have a preview of tomorrow night's ball game with Jordan Zimmerman going. Batting practice look-ins, comments from the Nats, and scouting reports. Giancarlo Stanton. And you face him the way you like, either leading off an inning or 2 outs, bases empty. He has popped up and walked, and Gio with a perfect 83 changeup to the outside edge. 4-5-6 for the Marlins, top 6. Breaking ball, fair ball. That's going to get into the deep corner where Harper will have to dig it out. And Giancarlo Stanton, who's always hit well in this ballpark, has a walk and a double tonight.
He's a guy that just likes the ball close to him. You see him kind of chop that right off the dirt in front of the plate, but he hit it so hard, had so much topspin on it. Gets by Zimmerman for a leadoff double here in the 6th.
Ruggiano has popped up and walked. Nice breaking ball. Gio getting good command of that pitch as the game goes on. Mercedes-Benz will prove it.
Yeah, that wasn't a steal strike 1 with the curveball. He knew Ruggiano was swinging, so he put a little something on that, almost a 2-strike variety to get strike 1.
Target in. That means fastball against the right-handed batter. 92 up and in.
And I think you flip in that get-over curveball to steal strike 1 with nobody on, but with a runner in scoring position. You know a guy's a first pitch guy. He put a little something extra on it.
Good speed at second, great arm in left. And that's fair. Marlins back on the board. It'll be a 3-2 game as Bryce Harper will have to dig that one out. So the Marlins with 2 doubles right between Ryan Zimmerman and the line.
So Justin Ruggiano with no intention really of moving Giancarlo Stanton at all. I think Gio Gonzalez went with the fastball in, probably the right pitch. He was trying to get Ruggiano to pull the ball, but a lot of times in that situation, you'll see hitters try to push the ball to the right side. Ruggiano decided to pull it. And you would think that Polanco is just that kind of hitter.
Yeah, he's the ultimate move the ball around guy. Gio's retired him twice in the air. Right field, center field. For the Marlins, first inning, Donovan Solano leadoff double. Ed Lucas right behind him, RBI single. 2 hits, 2 walks in the fourth, but Gio got a double play ball. And now back-to-back 6th inning doubles to make it a 1-run game. No balls, 2 strikes on Placido Polanco.
In the 6th inning last night was where all the trouble started for the Nationals, and Ross Ohlendorf. Dan Uggla led off the 6th with a home run. Justin Upton hit one with 2 outs.
Yeah, the Nats never could return from that deficit. And the 0-2 pitch upstairs. Steve McCatty's pitching staff, 3.64 ERA. Starting tonight in the top 6 in the National League. And the breaking ball stays outside and low. 2-2.
Breaking ball, a risky pitch when you have a guy like Polanco up there. It's a pitch that's easier to get inside of and push the other way to move the runner even more. That fastball in the inner half, that becomes tough to get the barrel to the baseball and get your hands inside of it to hit it to the right side.
Well hit, but here comes Harper. Rice will grab it, and that'll keep the runner from moving along. Very important first out here in the 6th. Pitcher spot approaching for the Marlins. And so Ryan Webb is up and starting his warm-up tosses.
Yeah, important first out, but 3 hard-hit balls in a row for the Fish. A couple of doubles and a line out. And that's why Davey Johnson has double barrels in his bullpen.
Echeverria, opposite field double and a strikeout. And Gio will call Ramos out.
And he looked right at Justin Ruggiano at second base and didn't like what he saw. Meaning, maybe he thought that Ruggiano was relaying something to the hitter. Called Ramos out, maybe changed his signs up. But it was right after he turned and looked at the base runner that he called out his catcher.
.92, pretty good movement away for the right-handed hitter.
Boy, in the old days, which I'm sounding ancient right now, in the 90s, pitchers would just turn around and say, if you want to get somebody hurt, keep doing what you're doing. And they would look right at you and come off the mound. Nowadays, they just call out the catcher, change the signs, and make the adjustment. And I think that's the right thing to do.
0-2 pitch upstairs.
Got into it with Dusty Baker and the Giants one day with the Expos, and they thought I was doing it from second base, and I said I wasn't, and I wasn't. And they were screaming at me, you're going to get somebody hurt. I contested that if you don't like it, change your signs. If you don't, it's incumbent on the team giving the signs to change them so that doesn't happen.
And Ruggiano doing a lot of dancing off the bag, and Rendon stepped over to keep him in check.
And guys will at times relay location with some sort of body movement, and it's incumbent on the catcher to set up late so that he doesn't have the opportunity to do that.
That's a nasty breaking ball and a really good pickup by Wilson Ramos. Huge to keep that runner at second base with one out.
Yeah, nice block right here, moving over, getting the body in front, just getting the glove on it. And like you said, to keep Ruggiano at second base with one out.
Nats lead 3-2. Back-to-back doubles here in the sixth. Ruggiano, unbelievable jump. And the Nats are lucky that ball was fouled off, although in the count, he had to be hacking. I mean, he had third base swiped
easily. And Gio Gonzalez kind of getting into a pattern out there in a rhythm. Ruggiano on second base for a while, reads it. No middle infielder close, and got a great jump. To me, though, if you're going to steal third base with one out, it has to be early in the count. And that's when it has value. You go late into the count, you might as well go with 2 outs. There's really no difference.
Runner holding. 3-2. Maybe Justin Ruggiano has Gio just a bit out of sorts. And as we mentioned, there's activity in the Marlins bullpen. Catcher Coy Hill is on deck. And then they would hit for Alvarez. And Echeverria, he got extended, pretty good hack. Desmond backs up. Ruggiano running again. And another foul.
I mean, all it takes, I know you're focused on the hitter, but that's a time run on second base with one out. All it takes from Gio Gonzalez to do an inside move to where when he picks up his leg, just spins around towards second. And as a base stealer, just that little thought in your head, if he picks up his leg, he might come to second, slows me down, and kind of keeps me from even thinking about stealing. Just do it once, token move, inside move, spin back to second base.
Ton of pitches for Gio, 100. 3-2 again. His last time out against the Phillies, the 5-4 loss 5 days ago. 98 pitches in 6 innings, 4 runs on 9 hits.
Echeverria in swing mode right now. Gio Gonzalez in a 3-2 count doesn't necessarily have to throw him a strike. There you go.
Now they got the runner. Ruggiano way too frisky. Zimmerman's going to run him back. Desmond tags him. 1-5-3. And a poor base running play by Ruggiano.
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The inside move. And Ruggiano had 2 great jumps. It's a tie and run. There has to be some attention paid. And Gio Gonzalez finally does the inside move. And instead of just stopping Ruggiano, he ends up getting the bonus plan and gets the out on top of it. Well, having not showed that to him, Ruggiano took off as soon as he picked up his leg. I'm telling you, as a guy that used to steal third base, anytime a pitcher did this to me once, the gig was off because I couldn't go as soon as he lifted up his foot.
Zimmerman, one little pump fake, sent the runner back there. And we also noticed, FP, and you were thinking along with Ian Desmond, prior to that pitch, Desmond had come about 10 feet in, said something to Gio, and then it all happened well for the Nats. So bases empty, 2 outs.
And you do not have to throw a strike right here. Echeverria has showed you that he is swinging no matter where it is. I mean, he's in full-on swing mode, meaning he's treating every pitch like it's a hit and run. And Gio Gonzalez talking to himself right now. And if you can elevate a fastball up out of the zone, let her high, maybe even higher, he's committing.
This is an at-bat and an inning that could finish Gio for the night. Over 100 pitches now. 12th pitch of this at-bat. And there goes the top of the barrel and the ball off to the right side.
All right, he's going to go back, get a new bat, and swing again because he can't stop right now. You see it right here, just off the end. The bat splits in 2.
And that bat was almost pointing right at Gio when the ball hit it.
I mean, he's swinging right now. I'm telling you, unless it's halfway up the screen, he's swinging.
Finally hits one fair on the 13th pitch. Rendon yields to Worth. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Gio takes a cue from the booth and one from his shortstop. Gets the pickoff. He's got the pop-up, and he says, oh, man, finally. The Nats, the rest of this one might be up to the bullpen. We'll see how they play it with Gio at 105 pitches. So you and him just picked off a runner. What else are you going to do here late in the game?
Well, no, it's just, anti-base stealing one-on-one. If you want to keep a guy close, it's all you have to do as a pitcher is pick that foot up, give him the inside move. Now I can't go when you lift your leg, and Gio Gonzalez finally figured it out. Justin Ruggiano showing he was very aggressive right there, forcing the issue, trying to get in a scoring position with one out. But like I said, you have to steal third base early in the count with one out for it to be successful. You have to give me a chance to drive you in with one out. So you're getting there with 2 strikes ain't doing anybody a whole lot of good, but a big out right there, and Nats need to add on some runs right now.
Yeah, a real pattern all year long of early offense, and then we wait and wait and wait for it to reawaken. Maybe Ian Desmond's base hit opposite field gets it going here in the 6th. Desmond on base for the 3rd time. So since he was drilled on a 3-0 pitch right after Harper's home run in the 1st, he's gone left field, right field for a couple of solid singles.
Yeah, and 2020 watch right here, folks.
Yeah, and the way we saw him move around the bases earlier tonight, Ian's looking a whole lot better than he did maybe just 2 days ago.
Well, he showed interest last time up. And like I said, you wake that guy up by walking somebody or hitting him, he's as good as it gets.
Not a big lead. He'll hold on ball 1 to Adam LaRoche, who's had a base hit to right center. Then he put Ruggiano halfway onto the track for a fly ball in front of the red seats last time up. Holding again is Desmond, ball 2. Three and 0.
Well, we've said it all year long. The one guy that really loves the 3-0 green light is in the box right now. He doesn't mind it either.
Mike Redmond, first-year manager of the Marlins. Tough deck of cards he's been dealt. Scratching and clawing whatever they can do to win some games down the stretch. They're 4 losses away from 100.
Beats riding buses in A-ball.
Oh yeah, 44 losses at home, 52 on the road.
Good count to steal on too. Haven't seen Ian Desmond do it ever, but nobody ever throws over 3-0, and you can rip a bag easy.
Fastball in there. With the runner at first, the Marlins with a semi-shift on against LaRoche. Polanco about 40 feet off the line at third. That's Echeverria right behind the bag. At least giving him an angle to the bag and a throw to first. At short. And that's ball 4. LaRoche aboard. So Adam LaRoche, 13th walk and 15 hits in his last 16 games, and Ryan Webb up and throwing again. So the Nationals given another walk, their second of the night. They got 3 in the first when Zimmerman went opposite field single, 1 out. Worth walked. Harper, 3-run homer, just over the scoreboard. Since then, 4 hits and the walk you just saw. And that could be it for Henderson Alvarez, as Mike Redmond wants the baseball. He will go 5+ and give the Nats, at least to this point, 3 runs on 6 hits. This call to the bullpen packaged by the UPS Store. We love logistics.
Season. Wilson Ramos has done it 3 times this year. July 4th, first 5 RBI game. That was against the Brewers. July 28th, second 5 RBI game, curtain call for the Buffalo. And then Sunday, 5 RBI against the Phillies. So Wilson Ramos 3 times this year has had 5 RBI games. And by my math, that's 15 RBIs.
Checking. Got it. You're close. Chance for a couple, maybe 3 here, as Ryan Webb takes over. 63rd game for the 27-year-old right-hander, former Padre. His 3rd year with the Marlins. 53 games at 11, 65 last year. And obviously they like him because in 75 innings, 62 games this year. Not really a strikeout guy, 52 Ks, but a 2.88 ERA.
Yeah, 3-pitch guy, fastball, slider, changeup. Good 2-seam fastball, run in hard on Wilson Ramos right here. And I think that's why Mike Redmond went and got him for this matchup. He likes the sinker down and in versus Ramos.
And Ramos, not that fast of a runner at all. Any ground ball, a double play possibility. He's 1 for 5 career against Webb. One thing Ryan Webb does, as a rule, keeps the ball in the park. No Nat has hit a home run off him career. And that one way inside.
Well, that's a good example right there. There's the 2-seam fastball.
So 2 more inherited runners here. Desmond, LaRoche behind him. Nats lead 3-2. Big runs sitting out there. Ball 2.
I'll tell you what, Giancarlo Stanton, he's going to take a few steps back right here, but he's playing super shallow in right field. He was actually about 3 steps in front of where he's standing right now, but in a 2-0 count gave Wilson Ramos a little bit of room. He's still shallow.
And a chopper to third. That's right to the bag, and then a throw over and a 5-3 double play. It's one of the slowest rollers you'll ever see turn into 2.
A good move by Mike Redmond going out and getting his starter and bringing in Webb. He wanted the sinker and the ground ball, knowing that Wilson Ramos has had that bad hamstring all year, doesn't run well. And is thinking if any balls hit on the ground, it's a double play. And Polanco with a nice play, keeping the foot on the bag, throwing across the infield to complete the 5-3 unassisted double play.
Now it's up to Rendon with 2 outs. Davey Johnson hasn't tipped his hand yet to the on-deck circle, but it looks like Corey Brown is now about to come out. Rendon's had some 2-out RBIs this year. He's driven in 33 runs. Drew Storen for the 7th, where the Marlins have their bottom 2 up and then the leadoff guy. Running fastball. It carries, and Stanton is there to grab it. Anthony Rendon hit the ball hard. Nat Strand, their 5th runner, into the 7th inning in a 1-run game.
Couple of singles a run. Bryce Harper, a 3-run home run. He joins the 20 home run club. And Gio Gonzalez with a nifty 105 pitch, 3 strikeout effort. But we'll take a look at a little matchup here between Gio Gonzalez and Christian Yelich. First one called the 3rd strike look. And second time up, he got Yelich to ground into the 4-6-3 double play. Nicely turned. And then last time up, got him with a nasty curveball down the way. And apparently, somebody in the truck does not like Christian Yelich because, folks, they just give me the highlight package and I talk over it.
On the Cox game summary. So here's Drew Storen, 65th ball game. And this one up to the bullpen for 9 outs the rest of the way. Coy Hill, Juan Pierre, and then Donovan Solano here in the 7th. So Webb did his job, got the double play ball, pitches a scoreless inning there. Coy Hill has never faced Drew Storen. And a fastball tailing away, fly to left for Bryce Harper. A lot of things going on for our final game Sunday. Fantastic fan alley. First 25,000 fans receive a national scarf presented by Coca-Cola. Center field gates only. The Nats will also celebrate our great fans. And by the way, more than 2.5 million of you this year. Random giveaways and prizes throughout the game on Sunday. Nationals.com/tickets. There's Juan Pierre. 2,215 hits. And none of them in 5 at-bats against Drew Storen.
Yeah, and since his recall from AAA, Drew Storen, 17 games, 1.76 ERA, 200 average against, and a save.
And a breaking ball, good one.
Excuse me, Carbon. Everybody thinking it was a death sentence when Storen got sent to Syracuse. And there's 2 ways you can go with that if you're a player. You can feel sorry for yourself or you can figure things out. And I think, you know, a lot of credit to Drew Storen for doing the latter.
Juan Pierre lines one softly to Rendon. And 2 quick outs for Drew here in the 7th.
And it sounds easy, right, Carl? Well, why wouldn't you go to AAA and figure things out? Well, with what happened to Drew last year in the playoffs, how he started this season, a very cerebral guy, who knows which way that was going to go when you sent him to AAA? You know, is he going to fight? Is he going to come back here and be the closer that he was or the reliever that he was? And to his credit, went down there, worked hard, had a great attitude, made the adjustments, and you see what he's done since he's been back. And he will close games again, trust me. He's a major league closer, there's no doubt.
Here's Donovan Solano. The fastball runs up and in. A.J. Ramos set to take over in the bottom of the 7th. And the Nats have a bunch of left-handed bats they could throw at him ahead of Denard Span and Ryan Zimmerman. Held on just a little too long. 2-0 on the 94, low and away. Kinetic North America, how close was it?
We shall see. Might have hit the edge.
Sure did. 2-0 though. And that's tight. Donovan Solano 2 for 3 tonight. Ed Lucas on deck. Those 2, 4 for 6 combined with a run and an RBI. Battling back now to a full count. And well outside. 2-out walk. Tonight's copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. So Solano 3 for 5 career against Drew, and Drew was nibbling in that bat a bit. They'll face Ed Lucas now, who's 1 for 2 against him. Trouble. Right field line. Worth can only play it on a couple of hops, and all the way over to third. With Yelich coming up goes Donovan Solano. 3rd hit of the night for Ed Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas first time up had a base hit to center, second time up a base hit to left, third time up ground out to second. And this time down the right field line. So Ed Lucas using every part of Nats Park for 3 hits tonight. Solano cruising into third easily, setting the stage for Christian Yelich.
Roy, and you don't want the inning to go any farther than this. You know who on deck.
Pretty good pitch and a pretty good take by Yelich.
Who's 0 for 1 career with a walk against Drew Storen.
Drew Storen not getting any breaks. That was pretty close.
Yeah, Bill Welke is not seeing that quadrant of the strike zone. Target away. So Ramos will try it out there, and he gets the strike. So now you know where the edges are available. Looked like strike one, ball one, but it's ball one, strike one.
Well, either way, it's where it's supposed to be, right?
It's unusual because the umpire's over the right shoulder of Ramos. And that breaking ball will get a fly ball to Bryce Harper. Drew Storen puts up a 0, gets the ball game to the 7th inning stretch. Brought to you by the Hyundai Clearance Countdown. Visit your local Hyundai dealers this week. Pinch hitter, top of the order ahead for the Nats at home, leading 3-2. Brought to you by University of Maryland University College and by your local BMW Center. Beautiful night along the banks of the Potomac, and a little further downstream, make a left turn up the Anacostia and you're right at Nationals Park. 3-2, bottom of the 7th coming up. And this salute to the United States military, brought to you by Three Wire Systems, the leader in reducing wasteful spending through disruptive technology. And there's some precision for you. Our drill team on the field, center field, before the game. I had a chance to walk by those gentlemen when they were warming up down in the tunnel a couple of hours before the game. There is nothing blunt about the edge of those bayonets, believe me. Wow. A.J. Ramos for the Marlins. '26-year-old right-hander who will have a birthday tomorrow. 65th appearance, 75 innings, 81 strikeouts. So he's a K guy, and the league's only hitting .203 against him. So Drew Storen has done his job. Nats bats trying to get some late game offense and get a little breathing room for Tyler Clippard and Rafael Soriano in the last 2 innings of this game. Steve Lombardozzi will be the pinch hitter in the bottom of the 7th to start things off for the Nats. He is so valuable in a situation like this. Kind of like having a second leadoff guy right in front of Denard Span.
And he's going to see either a fastball, slider, curve, or change. And the fastball averaging 93 miles an hour. And Bill Welke going out to the mound and informing Ramos that warnings are in place. And if you missed it early in the game, Ian Desmond was hit by a 3-0 fastball from Alvarez after Bryce Harper homered in the first. Warnings were issued. Randy Knorr was tossed out of the game. And I think his contention was if you're going to issue warnings, then there was intent. And if there's intent, you should eject him.
Lombardozzi 0 for 3 career against Ramos. 11 for 40 with a home run as a pinch hitter this year. So a respectable 275 for Steve as a pinch batter. They've guided up the middle. Echeverria playing that way. 1 out. I mean, the ball hardly seems like it touches that guy's glove, and it's on the way to first base. Well, this could be the last at bat of the night for Denard Span. 7th inning, he's 0 for 3. 1 hit short of tying Ryan Zimmerman's Nationals record with a 30-game hitting streak. And you know the guy in the on-deck circle is totally rooting for him to do that.
Well, wherever you were sitting for Denard Span's first 3 at-bats, change your seats. I'm coming over by you, Clark. Change it up a little bit.
Okay.
Crowd on their feet.
25,945 dying for a line drive to fall in somewhere or a ground ball to sneak through. Yelich playing rather shallow on the offside and left. Good take, low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, you gotta breathe deep right here, relax. And I don't know how, but treat it like it's just another at-bat. Change up.
And he missed outside with it. That's big. 2-1.
Well, you're Denard Span, probably betting on a 2-1 fastball for a strike right here. You've been aggressive throughout the whole streak.
Boy, and talk about a meaningful hit if you can get one in a tight ball game. He pulls it foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he got the fastball just in off the plate. Got the barrel to it, hit it hard. But obviously a little bit early, caught it out front. And you see the cut on the fastball from Ramos. That was the difference. Location mistake, too. Look how far Corey Hill had to reach. Now he's got to fight. Big, deep breath, get in there and fight.
Target inside edge.
Might have broke his bat. Pick a winner. See, guys will tap the bat on the ground. If they feel a vibration, they'll know there's a crack in it. Sometimes you can't see the crack, especially in darker bats. Pound it on the ground, you feel it rattle in your hands, you know it's broke.
Trying to achieve an individual accomplishment here to totally help the team. Got in there, didn't feel comfortable, got right back out. And he tips it to stay alive.
Drama. I'm nervous for him.
2-2 pitch strikes him out. Breaking ball diving down and in. Wilson Ramos gets a great ovation for the crowd of nearly 26,000. Pardon me, span. And hey, maybe he'll get another at bat tonight. We'll see.
Well, if he does, it's not a good thing.
Unless there's like a really big 7th or 8th inning to pad this lead.
And if he doesn't get another at bat, it was a meaningful streak. The Nats were 22-7 during Span's run.
Ryan Zimmerman with 2 outs and the bases empty, up and away. There's a base hit, and Ryan Zimmerman has 3 for 4 tonight. Just slapping that ball the other way. 2 hits in that direction. That'll get Worth up.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier if you missed it. On September 1st, Ryan Zimmerman was tied for 38th in the National League with 15 home runs. 16 games 2 weeks later, he's tied for 7th. But I mean, we always talk about guys get to their numbers. They get to their handicap. And now he's over 280, 25 home runs, 74 RBIs.
And looking at that swing, that really tells me his shoulder as well. Did you see how far he extended just to get to that ball?
He's been throwing better at third base, hitting the ball to all fields. Really shortened his swing up here in the month of September.
Worth 0 for 2 with a walk. Ramos sizzles that one in there. One of their 4 lefties, Dan Jennings. For Harper, possibly, if the inning continues.
You just look at his hat, you know he's a lefty. It's all crooked.
And that's a breaking ball up and in. Really no reason to boo on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, it might look harmless because it was a breaking ball, but if you're Jason Worth, you thought it was a fastball. That's why he reacted that way. That'll get your attention.
That one cutting away from him. And the count's 1-2. Nissan will track it.
Nice, a little bit of cut there, 91. This is where we've seen Ryan Zimmerman try to steal a base with 2 outs. 2 strikes, 2 outs. I'd say of his 6 stolen bases this year, they've all been with 2 strikes and 2 outs. And he's looking like he's going. Trying to get a sign, see if he get the green light. Doing the old fake stretch thing like he's sore.
2-2 to Worth. And in the air to right. Giancarlo Stanton will lead off in the top of the 8th now that he's caught that fly ball. The Nats have stranded 6 in a 3-2 game. Stanton, Ruggiano, and Polanco for the Marlins. MLB.TV celebrating 11 years. Keep up with the pennant races. Catch the rest of this season in HD quality. MLB.TV Premium. And that includes a free subscription to MLB at Bat, the #1 sports app of all time. Visit MLB.TV to order and get more info. Keep up with what's happening all over baseball, like Tyler Clippard coming in here in the 8th. Key matchup would be Stanton against him. 2 for 10, Giancarlo, as Tyler Clippard makes his 70th appearance of the year.
If you remember the last time I think Clippard faced Giancarlo Stanton, he went with the fastballs, and it was a 3-pitch SIA, and I think it was here at Nats Park in a 1-run game to where he had a base open and decided to go right after Stanton. I was speculating. I thought he would pitch around him. He went 3 fastballs, 1, 2, 3. Thought he was sitting soft and got him out.
And that was on August 27th. The Nats won it 2-1. That was the 3rd out of the 8th inning. You got Yelich, Solano, and Stanton. So here comes the next meeting in this ballpark between them. And Tyler falls behind. Stanton tonight, a walk, a double, a run scored. Fastball up, and he gets the ceiling of the strike zone out near the outside edge.
Yeah, 2 fastballs from Clippard, both away, but both only 90. He's a guy that goes 93, 94. Late in the season, a lot of appearances.
90 again. In Clippard's 69 appearances, 68 total innings. And then he goes with that slide piece upstairs. Ball didn't do a whole lot, but it was too high for Stanton to be thinking about hacking on.
Yeah, first in the National League in holds with 32. First in batting average against, 147.
And a fastball away. Not his best velocity of the year, but the location the key in that strikeout.
Well, let's show the matchup again. And Tyler Clippard gets it done again against Stanton with fastballs, well-located fastballs away. 90 miles an hour on the heat. There's strike 1, and he gets a swing through right here for strike 2. Shows him a curveball just to show him. Then goes right back to the fastball at 90. All those were fastballs away to a pull swing, well-located, and Stanton couldn't get out there and hit it.
Kinetic North America on that sequence, and then he throws a fastball. Strike 1 to Ruggiano, who doubled a run in last time, pulling the ball. This guy big and strong. Don't want to leave anything on the inner half to him. And that breaking ball's got some snap and some drop, and it's 0-2. Threw him another one. And a 1-2 count. Not sure there's any pitcher in the league who lives higher in the strike zone than Tyler Clippard.
Hasn't thrown the changeup yet. 11 pitches for Clippard, 7 strikes, 4 balls, and 0 changeups.
Yeah, maybe 3 breaking balls. Left-hander Mike Dunn and Jennings. Mike Dunn, the one on the right. And a 2-2 pitch again.
And there was the first change.
Yeah. Out to short. Ian Desmond behind it. And from near the bag. 2 outs. Not a lot of strikeouts in this one tonight. Gio had 3. Clippard has 1. $37 times 4 to the Children's Inn at the National Institutes of Health so that our DC area Toyota dealers can help children and their families. Toyota, K's for kids. Polanco, career against Tyler Clippard. 1 walk, and I'll give you the rest of the numbers after the at-bat.
Man, you've just totally changed, and I love it. You're like the anti-jinx police all of a sudden.
You could teach an old horse new tricks.
You're monitoring.
Or an old dog or whatever.
You're monitoring yourself, and I didn't even have to give you a shot collar. This is awesome.
Oh, boy. All right, so he gets the base hit. Not our fault up here. Placido Polanco now 1 for 12 career against Tyler Clippard.
Yeah, Zimmerman guarding the line here. No doubles defense. Playing very shallow against Polanco, and that those 2 things together, guarding the line, playing in, allowed Polanco to reach.
That'll bring in the shortstop, Echeverria. 0 for 3 career against Tyler Clippard. .92.
Oh, he's getting loose.
Yeah, he's thinking a little looser than he was 3 hitters ago. And 90 was enough to get Giancarlo Stanton. .3-2 game, 2 outs. Top 8. Outfield deep for this right-handed hitting shortstop, including Span over toward right center. And Tyler Clippard with the changeup misses low, 2-1. I mean, we are talking no doubles out there. And Worth loves to play shallow in the offside.
Well, you think if you double up on the change that Echeverria is swinging. I mean, he showed you last time, and he showed you all year that he's a guy that's going to swing the bat.
Pretty good 92, and he just missed with it. Mercedes-Benz will track it.
Well, that side of the plate's been closed all night long from Bill Welke. And you see where he's setting up. Carp, you always make the good point about what side the umpire's setting up on. He's setting up over Wilson Ramos's left shoulder and not really expanding on the other side of the plate.
And then Echeverria chasing. Based on the previous pitch, that would have been ball 4. But now the Marlins with the tying run at first base will have Polanco getting a head start here, as Adam LaRoche will play well behind the runner.
Remember the last battle with Gio Gonzalez, what was it, 11, 12 pitches, to where he showed that he was going to swing 3-2. Almost like he refused to walk last time. Let's see if he changes his game plan or keeps swinging.
Polanco running. And a swing and a foul tip on a fastball upstairs. So Clippard gets the 0 on the board. Bryce Harper to lead off, bottom of the 8th inning. His blast way back in the first, still the difference.
Of the first inning, that's been it all night long, and it was Bryce Harper's 20th home run. So we're going to make that our Kia drive of the game, brought to you by Kia. Visit Kia.com and learn why Kia is one of the fastest growing car brands in America. Had a slider from Alvarez, drove it out to right field just over the scoreboard. Took a borderline pitch with 2 strikes to get to that slider for his 20th home run of the year. And anybody happier in the ballpark than Jason Worth greeting his little buddy at home plate after his 20th tater. And there's not too many guys on the Nationals that can call Bryce Harper their little buddy.
I was thinking that same thing. Everybody should have a little buddy like that. This is Dan Jennings, who pitched in just 22 games for the Marlins last year. 24-year-old, 9th round of the 08 draft. Out of Berkeley. Actually pitched at the University of Nebraska, Berkeley, his hometown. And not many Nats have faced him. Bryce Harper has, though, 4 times. And these situational matchups have gone the way of the lefty every time. Harper shows bunt, pulled the bat back. And with Polanco on the charge from third, that's ball 1. Low, 2-0. Bryce 2 for 3 tonight. Batting average at .283. And Archimedes Caminero might be pitching to Ian Desmond, although the Roche is behind him. And with Harper going 3 for 4, maybe they have to bring in the right-hander now. So Bryce having a great night. A home run to right center, and then 2 opposite field singles as they change their pattern on him.
Knowing Bryce Harper, he's thinking, I'm hitting .285 and I want to hit .300 this year, even though there's 10 games left in the season. He's probably already done the math, saying if I go 3 for every day, I'm going to hit .300. And, home run today, 2 singles, and that average started at .280. And I think with that hit, right around .285, .286?
Yeah, he was .283 coming into that AB. Ian Desmond. And that's outside from the left-hander. Only 2 innings tonight have the Nats not collected at least a hit, the second and the fourth. Both times the bottom of the order was due up. And Desmond took a big swing there. 83. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keeping the ball down on Ian Desmond with off-speed stuff is Dan Jennings. Rafael Soriano for the 9th. Not a big lead by Bryce. And Desmond will strike out on a changeup away. He got nothing but junk in that AB. And Jennings gets a big out for the Marlins. Now he can go lefty-lefty against LaRoche. Way back in the first inning, Harper had just homered. 3-0 pitch. Bang! Up toward the shoulder blade. And I think FP spotted what happened there as Desmond made his turn to run first. Coy Hill thought he might be stepping in between the runner and the pitcher. Things got interesting, FP.
And Randy Knorr got ejected from the game after Bill Welke issued warnings to both teams. And obviously, pure speculation. We don't know what happened. But it could have been that Randy Knorr was arguing that if you're going to issue a warning, you thought there was intent. And if you thought there was intent, you should have ejected the pitcher. Or maybe he just really doesn't like Bill Welke. I don't know.
Little tapper. Jennings has to turn around and throw. And out on the tag is LaRoche. But Bryce Harper goes all the way over to third base on that play.
It's the first time I've seen Tony Tarasco argue with the first base umpire all year long. And he went over and told Brian O'Nora that he thought there was no tag. Good base running by Harper, advancing all the way to third base on the play. But that's a big call. If LaRoche is safe, he got first and third, one out. Let's check it out on the replay together. I couldn't tell from up here. And did he get the back pant leg? I don't know. It's hard to tell on that angle. First one was a little bit more definitive.
That's a big call because Bryce Harper on that play went from first to third. He's there with 2 outs. Jennings done. Caminero coming in.
And we're going to show you that play. The best look we have is right here. And watch the tag and see if it gets out of LaRoche's leg. I'm not seeing it. And it's big in the sense that that's first and third, one out in a one-run game. And it's also big in another sense that it might have allowed Denard Span to hit in this game if you got first and third, one out, and you get back to the top of the order. You never know.
Here's Wilson Ramos, 0 for 3 tonight with a couple of double play balls. One a line drive, one a ground ball. Archimedes Caminero. And Ramos 0 for 1 against him this year. 26-year-old right-hander. And Ramos launches one to center. And going back is Ruggiano. Circus catch. That ball took off on him, and he stayed with it.
Well, he went back slowly, and I thought there's no way he's getting this ball. It's got a little giddy up to it. Got fooled by it, and with his mouth wide open, makes a tremendous jumping play and then does the roll.
Into the top of the ninth. And Mike Redmond has a bunch of left-handed bullets on his bench that he'll be using here shortly. You can win a hitting lesson. And by the way, he went 3 for 4 tonight with Ryan Zimmerman. Masson's Touch 'em All rewards your chance to win the grand prize. Go to MassonSports.com to sign up. Rafael Soriano, 41 saves. He'll face Greg Dobbs to lead off, and then Logan Morrison. So he's got some lefties to deal with here.
And a fastball, cutter, slider. 3-pitch guy. And it all really comes down to strike one, as we've seen throughout the year, and the Nats need this one in the worst way.
Pittsburgh won today. Cincinnati idle. The Nats trying to win this to get it back to 5 behind the Reds with 9 to play. Then Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, 6 games left against each other.
Why does 5.5 with 10 to play sound so much better than 5 with 9 to play? I mean, it does, right?
Yeah, because there's one more day on the calendar for you.
Just getting down to that single digit thing.
Greg Dobbs, 2 for 5 career against Soriano. 10 for 44 with 7 RBIs as a pinch hitter. Occasional power. Keeping the ball away from him is Soriano, and that will be unreachable for Ryan Zimmerman.
Good effort, good hustle. Went a long way for that. A long way. A lot of third basemen in the big leagues turn around and watch that.
To the shortstop, Desmond. Fires it to LaRoche for the first out.
Well, you're right about fires it. Goodness.
Dobbs not known for speed, but he was in good shape coming down that line.
Well, Ian Desmond just got around that ball, circled it, and stood up tall and let it rip. Got in front of the baseball right here, and here comes the big arm. Boom, right on the money.
And now a pinch hitter with a little more pop, and Logan Morrison. 6 homers on the year with 36 RBIs, but he's 0 for 3 as a pinch hitter. And career 0 for 2 against Soriano. He tries to paint, misses outside. Thought he had a strike. Nats trying to win their 82nd game of the year. Two and 0. Jordan Zimmermann, Jacob Turner tomorrow night. Game 2 of this 4-game series. And Jordan will be going for number 19. That's extra 6:30. Ball 3. Donovan Solano, top of the order next.
If I wait around 3 hours to hit, and it's a 1-run game, I mean, I have pop, I am definitely swinging 3-0.
Oh, and he gets the strike call. Looked like it might have been up and away. Morrison almost tossing the bat away.
Well, that's the side of the plate that's been open all night from Bill Welke, and he's been consistent out there. And there's a couple of other pitches that were in the exact same spot.
Ball 4, tying runs on base.
I'm trying to think who's going to pinch run for Logan Morrison right here, and it might be Coghlan. Let's see what Mike Redmond does.
And they have Jake Marisnick, an outfielder who's pretty fast. And he will get the call.
Good call.
Jake Marisnick.
Well, you got a guy in the box in Solano you can do a lot of things with, even though there's 1 out. Now, I see the bunt not in play with 1 out. But Marisnick getting a huge lead. Look at this lead. I mean, he's straddling the cut right here.
Yeah, just daring Soriano to throw it over, almost making him throw it over.
I mean, that you can pick a guy off right there.
Fastball up to Donovan Solano, who's 1 for 1 career against Soriano. Counts even.
This is where the no doubles gets tricky as an outfield. You have a guy up there with a little bit of pop, but not a lot. And when you're playing as deep as Jason Worth and Arch Band are right now, if he hits anything on the ground, it's first and third, 1 out. That gets through the infield. And that's where a lot of times that no doubles defense comes back to bite you. Because it's an easy advance to third on anything through the middle or to the right side. Slider up, and he gets the call.
Solano has bounced into 9 double plays, and he hacks one in the air off to the right. Nats 3, Marlins 2, 1 out, top of the 9th.
Rizik's almost got his back foot to the cut now.
Holding again, and Solano chops that one foul off his foot.
And I think Soriano quick pitched him right there to where he was thinking about going. And he is really extended. One of the bigger leads I've seen at Nats Park this year. Usually if you get a foot to that cut, it's a pretty healthy lead. He's almost straddling it.
1-2 pitch, and off to the right again.
Everything's been up from Soriano. And when he's really good, he gets it out front on top, lowers his sights, and pounds the bottom of the zone. Slider's been up, fastball's been up. He was going. A lean right there, got back.
Marisnick's 3 stolen bases in 4 attempts. And a 1-2 pitch, he's holding. And Solano hangs tough like a contact leadoff man. Pitch number 8 in this at bat. Ground ball. Soriano, Desmond. No chance for a relay as Marisnick really went after him.
Good feed by Soriano. Wow, you just saw the athlete come off the mound almost like a shortstop. Sling it to Desmond on the move, right on the money. Marisnick did a nice job of getting on top of Ian Desmond, back to the big lead he had. He got there quick and ran some traffic, but watch the feed by Soriano. That's perfect. Right on the money, but Marisnick playing the game the right way, going in hard, keeping Ian Desmond from turning it. It's a great slide right here. And Desmond has no chance to turn it.
Great decision to hold the ball there. Here's Lucas, 3 for 4, ball 1. Ball 2 upstairs. Ed Lucas 0 for 4 career against Soriano. And he gets the strike call on a fastball up.
And he's still flirting with the top of the zone, not where Soriano wants to be, but he gets the call. And Ramos with a nice frame. Looks like the same pitch. Let's see what pitch track has to say. Pitch number 3, are you the same as pitch number 4? Same height. 1 a strike, 1 a ball.
Another walk, 2 on, 2 out. And now Yelich with Stanton on deck.
That just can't happen.
Ten o'clock hour arrives at the ballpark. 2 on, 2 out in the top of the 9th. Christian Yelich 0 for 1 against Soriano. And the rookie outfielder 0 for 4 tonight. Strike call, 91. Fourth pitch of the inning coming. Swing and a miss. Game over. And Soriano saved number 42.
Well, the Nats go to a Major League best 28-11 since August 9th. And I know they have loftier goals for the rest of the season, but the 82 wins guarantees them a winning record. And there was a time this year when that was in question, folks. So a big win here against the Marlins.
3-9-0 Nats, 2-9-0 Marlins. There were 17 runners stranded in this game, 10 of them by Miami. Gio gets the win. Soriano the save in 2:55. Back with more from Nationals Park.